In this video I'm going to show you how we create a contour model. We can also show an elevations model and the tin model from a 3D faces file we received. Here you can see that this is these files compiled of 3D faces, so they're all individual triangles, and what we want to create is a complete contour model of this area. And also a new tin model, and we can also display our elevations model. So on the left hand corner in the prospector tab, we want to right click and create a surface. Here we're going to call it existing surface, and the style we are showing is contours existing ½ meter. Click OK. Expand that surface. Under definitions, we want to use drawing objects. We could use points if we were given a point file, also 3D lines, blocks, even 3D text, 3D faces and polyfaces. In this instance we're going to show 3D faces. We're going to maintain edges from objects and click OK. Now we select all of those triangles, even duplicates, it doesn't matter, it will not count those, but we do not want to select the pink boundary outline. If I right click, we should get a contour model built straight away. I'll then go to the home, I'll turn off the 3D faces file that we were given, and it will now show our contours. It's also showing a boundary of where the extents of those contours are. We now want to use our predefined boundary polyline to trim the contours to it. So in the existing surface there's a boundaries menu, add boundary, call it outer, click OK, select it, and now those have all been trimmed. We can now turn off our boundary layer, freezing it, and we've still got this that's our boundary layer, which is this boundary. We created a boundary under a separate entity. Now if we right click in editing surface, we can go to the display menu, and there's a whole range of things we can display. We could display points, triangles, and so forth. In this we've got a border, which I'll turn off, and I'll click apply. It's turned off the border. Now we're just showing major and minor contours. What we could also do is turn on triangles, and we could even turn off our contours. But what we want to do is we want to show our triangles, we want to show our major and minor contours for this example, and I'm going to show elevations too. In elevations, I'm going to click apply. Now we've got a range of elevations in here that we can show. We can click OK. I should be able to go existing surface and add some labels to the contours. In here we're going to show a surface, we're going to show contour major and minor. This is contour multiple, and I can go add. I then can select a point, click up here, keep it going. You can see the contours have all been added. We can change the display of these contours so the line will not go through. We can have the contours on top or below, or basically at an angle. For this instance we show it with the line going through. Even if you click on a contour, it'll show you the extents of that line that I created, so we might even want to end up moving that line up to here. You can see the contours as they move, depending how I want to show it. So once that's done, we've basically shown our model. We've shown it with triangles, we've also shown it with elevations, and all of these things can be changed. If we're wanting to go surface properties, we can then change the way in which we want to view it. For instance, our elevations, the number of ranges we've got is 4. I actually want to show a range interval of 0.2s. And then if I drop down, it'll show in a various color. And if I click apply, that's now changed those colors. We can do the same with contours and with sort of anything else we want. Fairly easy, fairly straightforward. And click OK there. If I go back into edit surface style, you can then go through and change information that you may need. So we can turn off these contours again, or the triangles. We don't want to show the triangles, it's easier to read. But actually we're now, even though this is an existing 0.5 meter, we could then override it by going contour intervals and making them 0.25s and still a major half meter. Click apply, and as you see, it'll change it accordingly. Fairly straightforward and simple.